Hello, everyone, and welcome to our online info session for our newly launched collaboration between University of Nicosia, CASS, Deloitte, and Global Training. During this session, we are going to explain to you this collaboration, the advantages of attending this particular collaboration. We're going to have very distinguished speakers with us today. So let me start off and introduce myself. My name is Georgia Kotis. I'm a director of Global Training. We've been working on this very special project for us for some time now. And today I'm very proud to start off this event to explain what has the purpose to explain to you this particular collaboration and to give you a bit more insights of what it is like, what are the benefits of attending, who is involved. And we have the pleasure today to have with us 6 distinguished speakers from each of the collaborating parties, and they will each be telling you a little bit more about this particular collaboration. Of course, besides the 6 speakers, which combine the academia and the profession, we have also 2 young professionals, Carolina and Nicolas, who work at Deloitte and will also be sharing their success stories in relation to this particular program. So now I'm going to hand you to Professor Petros Lois, who's the head of accounting department at the University of Nicosia, who will tell you a little bit about studying accounting at UNIC.
Thank you, Georgia. Hello, everyone. I would like to thank you for being here with us today, and I hope you are all well and safe in these challenging times. Before I introduce myself and my department, allow me to sincerely thank our associates, Deloitte, the CASS Business School and Global Training, for their valuable contribution to our collaboration. My name is Petros Lois, and I'm the head of the Department of Accounting, which is one of the 5 departments under the School of Business at the University of Nicosia. Our department offers academic programs at all 3 levels, at all 3 cycles of tertiary education. More specifically, at the graduate level, we offer the Bachelor Degree in Accounting, which has been accredited since 2007. Our accounting graduates are well placed to pursue a professional qualification, leading to the professional title of Chartered and/or Certified Accountant. And I should note here that our accounting program has been assessed by the 2 major UK professional accountancy bodies, the Association of Chartered and Certified Accountants and the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, and enables graduates to apply for exceptions from the courses offered by these 2 bodies. At postgraduate level, we offer the Master's Degree in Banking, Accounting and Finance, which is taught in Greek and in a distance learning mode, and jointly offered with the Hellenic Open University. And we have more than 500 students in the program. We also offer the opportunity to students to apply and pursue further specialized academic study at the PhD level in the fields of accounting, banking, finance, and economics. At the Department of Accounting, the majority of our faculty members are PhD holders with an extensive research and publication output. It is also a privilege for our department to have colleagues holding a professional title and with professional experience teaching in the accounting program. Now I would like to give the floor to my colleague, Dr. Svetlana Saburic, in order to present the academic pathway of the accounting program. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Lois. Good afternoon to all and welcome to this truly unique webinar. I'll start off by introducing myself. My name is Cyprus. I'm an assistant professor of finance, the Department of Finance and Economics from the School of Business at the University of Nicosia. I've been given this, and I have the pleasure to actually share with you and give you a brief overview of this recently launched collaboration and truly unique collaboration between our university, University of Nicosia, the CASS Business School, and one of the top accounting firms, Deloitte. This study route and this collaboration aims to attract top caliber students. And what it really does offer to the students is really the best of two worlds, having academia on one side and having the professional aspect on the other side. Starting off with the academic side and the academic path, the students will start off at the University of Nicosia for 2 years and then continue at CASS Business School, obtaining a BSc degree in accounting and finance. So basically here, and essentially, students will be able to enjoy 2 university lives from 2 really diverse cities, London and Nicosia. As for the professional side, like I said, this will be offered by and carried out by one of the top accounting firms, Deloitte. In terms of the professional aspect, students will be having the opportunity to undertake essential employability and business skills workshops, as well as internships and work placements. So really, in conclusion, and by completing this study route, the students will not only gain professional qualification through exemptions, but through the professional experience that will be given by Deloitte, students will undoubtedly fast track their careers, something that will definitely gain them a competitive advantage. Now, looking at the program and looking at the study route in a little bit more detail. As mentioned before, the first 2 years will be held at the University of Nicosia, and the third and the fourth year will be held at CASS Business School. As can be seen, each year is divided into 3 semesters of fall, spring, and summer. Throughout the course of study, the students will be able to take an opportunity to have these employability business skills workshops, which will be spread out during the years 1 and 2 and 3 in terms of the work placements, something that will definitely fast track their careers. In terms of the employability and business skills workshops, it goes without saying, this is something that will definitely fast track their careers, and it will definitely add a competitive edge when it comes to their employabilities. Through these workshops, students will be given the opportunity to undertake and earn and gain essential skills such as analytical thinking, problem solving, communication, innovation, emotional intelligence, to name a few. It goes without saying, having the academic aspect of it and gaining the professional exemptions, developing the professional, gaining the professional exemptions through the study route, and gaining and having the opportunity to gain these employability and business skills workshops, as well as the work placement, will definitely kickstart and end their careers, and at the same time offer this fast track into their employability. This completes my part of the session. I will now pass on to Dr. Dirk Nietzsche, who will elaborate more on this collaboration.
Thank you very much, Svetlana. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dirk Nietzsche, and I'm the Associate Dean for International Relations. Now, in that capacity and the representative of CASS Business School, I must say I'm absolutely delighted with this partnership. It took quite a while to get this off the ground, but we thought everything through very carefully. And by bringing together 2 leading higher education institutions from 2 Commonwealth countries, plus a global brand in the accountancy field, I must say, sounds a recipe for success. Or you might want to say it's an opportunity too good to pass by. Now, this partnership, it's a partnership amongst equals, and we're going to combine accountancy and finance, practice and theory, education, and the professions. Now, just in case you don't know about CASS Business School, please allow me to say a few words about what we do and what we provide. Well, CASS Business School is one of the leading global business schools in the world. We've got a fantastic location in the centre of London. And I think it's fair to say that we're a fully servicing business schools. We've got a huge undergraduate program, which forms part of this partnership. We also got a substantial specialist master's program. We do exec education, MBAs, and we also have a very strong research tradition. I guess if you look at our areas of expertise, and I guess they're going to be reflected in London, we cover obviously finance and accounting. Now, I haven't listed accountancy separate here as it's part of finance. I guess some accountants would disagree, but in the business school, we've got finance and accounting combined. Management, of course, and I guess sort of a new area of expertise which we'll be developing is entrepreneurship. And even on an accountancy degree, students would benefit from the entrepreneurship activities which go on in the centre of London and in the business school. Now, this particular program, which has been chosen from CASS Business School, it's the BSc in Accounting and Finance, and we're going to combine this with the BSc in Accounting from the University of Nicosia. I guess students get the best things of both worlds, finance and accounting. Now, we do know the vast majority of students who enroll on this program, they're interested in accountancy, but I think it doesn't do any harm if students also know a little bit more about corporate finance than the typical accounting students would know, or I guess, as a matter of fact, about financial markets and maybe some business strategies. So on this slide, you can see the module students would take in London in the second and third year of a 3-year undergraduate degree in the UK. That would be the third and the fourth year of this collaborate provision. Now, in order to get everything started, let me sort of sum this up by highlighting what happens on the second leg of this journey in London. I guess it's fair to say that we will have a number of challenges to overcome in the new world, and I refer to the coronavirus and to Brexit, in case anyone would have forgotten about this. But I'm absolutely sure our resilience, our expertise, and together we will overcome those challenges. Now, with respect to coronavirus, I think the situation are slowly improving, and who would have thought just a couple of weeks ago that maybe our summer holidays are not necessarily cancelled, or who would have thought a couple of weeks ago that here in the UK we start talking about Brexit again. Now, I must say about Brexit, we still don't know what's going to happen. I thought maybe they would forget about this, but it doesn't look like it. We just have to wait to see what's going to happen over the next few months. But neither COVID nor Brexit will derail this project, which we've got in mind here. So if you look at the London leg, I must say, studying in a global city, which is incredibly diverse, and CASS has a very diverse student population. That is a unique experience. Also the innovation, and I mentioned entrepreneurship just a few minutes ago, is something which will contribute to students becoming world leaders or global citizens. Now, I've mentioned the two universities, University of Nicosia and CASS Business School. Both institutions have outstanding resources. At both institutions, students will get a unique education experience. And I guess we shouldn't forget that the programs have been designed so that students get maximum exemptions when it comes to the professional qualifications. And then we've got a global partner, Deloitte. I think there's nothing else which I have to add. Just going back to the beginning, I'm absolutely proud about this partnership, and I can't wait to welcome the first students. Now, I'm going to pass on now to George Pantelidis, who's going to talk more about Deloitte.
Great, thank you, Dirk. Thank you all for your time. It is well accepted that currently, because of the associated to COVID particularities, people have mixed, and I should say confused feelings. Feelings of uncertainty for the day after, as it seemed that this crisis might have depth and length. Feelings of fear for their health and well-being. Feelings maybe of worries about their future career and academic plans. Stress about their way their daily life might be changing. Strange and maybe puzzled as they have dreamed their life in a different perspective. And I'm sure you have dreamed a student life with lots of interaction and lots of fun. What people actually expect, there are two key words: trust and stability. This innovative program, and of course considering the associated particularities, provides the unexpected. Considering the current market particularities, you are being offered a program that is characterized by trustworthy partners, as well as stability in regards to your academic and career path. A degree that can lead to a dual degree from reputable universities, an opportunity to acquire experience in the largest in our profession and globally organization, an opportunity to gain a professional qualification that can be considered and still is considered as the passport to climb up the ladder in your career. To be more precise and targeted, the opportunities in the finance profession are endless. Opportunities to audit and gain experience in auditing complex and diverse entity, exposure in risk advisory engagements in a busy era that is characterized by heavy and evolving regulations, directives, compliance, anti-money laundering, and many more. In fascinating projects related to valuations, due diligence, in mergers and acquisitions, and many other transactional related activities. And of course, in tax and VAT issues, where companies need to, on the one hand, to fully comply with the associated tax regimes, and on the other, to follow an effective strategy in tax planning and be benefited from the various incentives that exist. In regards to the sectoral exposure in the financial services, the opportunities are remarkable. As you can appreciate, the finance sector in Cyprus is the highest contributor in terms of GDP, and currently is in the process of a total transformation, and the channels and products that are emerging provide excellent opportunities and considerable opportunities, considering and taking into account the capabilities as well as the will of the new generation. Now, what has changed and keep impacting our profession is, of course, the digitalization of key sectors of the economy. Because of COVID, things that will have taken years to be adopted already are in place. Customers are utilizing digital channels at a much greater extent. More people are now working remotely, and companies are transforming their business models to address this new trend. In addition, The ability to determine your strategy based on market insights and historical data has created the need for developing the required capability to analyze big data from both external and internal sources. The globalization of economies has brought to the marketplace new regulations. The developments of the social context has created new expectations in regards to privacy and GDPR. The high volumes of capital movements across the globe has increased the need for more demanding anti-money laundering processes and many more. Companies of the new business era are talking about smart jobs, where specific roles are being substituted by robots and or artificial intelligence. We saw robots cleaning, servicing, or even conducting medical-related activities. And we have also observed interviews being run and conducted by artificial intelligence solutions. Things have totally changed, and business activities and the expected credentials are evolving. In this context, the new leadership qualities and the related staff competencies that are required are, of course, to be technologically oriented, and most importantly, keywords became even more important, such as resilience, agility, and other aspects as well, such as passion to innovate and make an impact that matters, high emotional intelligence to be in a position to capture the evolving particularities and characteristics of relationships, and of course, business acumen, which means to have the ability to understand the market and consumer needs, and at a greater extent to adjust accordingly the respective strategy. We strongly believe and we are confident that this program can equip you with the required qualities and competencies to fulfill your career aspirations and being in a position to follow your dreams and your career plans. We as Deloitte, we are confident of the capabilities of our people to overcome the current difficulties and to supporting our clients to thrive through. I wish to all the best, keep safe, and I will pass on to two of our colleagues to present their testimonies based on their experience and their success stories.
Good afternoon, everyone. We seem to be having some technical issues, so I will be taking over. Today, I'm here to share some insight of my own internship experience here at Deloitte and how it helped me kind of blend in coming in Deloitte thereafter and understand a bit how the work environment over here works, and most importantly, get me where I am today. So let me introduce myself. I am Carolina Xenoboulou. I am an assistant manager in the financial advisory services here at Deloitte. I've been working here for about 4.5 years. That was after joining in December 2015, and it was right after graduating the university. So my first exposure in the financial advisory services was during my internship experience, which was in 2014. I got to have a one-to-one discussion with an ex-colleague of mine who took me through the procedure and the engagement lifecycle and described a bit of the variety of projects undertaken here in the financial advisory. So me as well have an accounting and finance degree from the London School of Economics and the ACA qualification, which I pursued at Deloitte. Coming into the financial advisory department, I got the chance to be exposed to a lot of different projects, varying from business valuations to financial due diligence for any proposed transactions. I've also involved in feasibility studies for a new idea or a project, and also some more technical projects like financial modeling. We also sometimes assist the audit department with work required from specialists to look into valuation assumptions like discounting and projections. And that's made it a bit more interesting since work here varies a lot and you never get bored. So what is more is that there's a lot of exposure and communication with clients. I've had communication with clients both during my internship and my work experience here. What's interesting about the financial advisory is that going to meetings with clients does not only mean following an agenda, but that sometimes turns out to be something like a brainstorming session, which makes it even more interesting. So working in the financial advisory here has been an amazing experience. The people here at Deloitte have been very supportive, and there are a lot of teamworks, so you get to gain knowledge and experiences from bright professionals. And I've been more than blessed to be part of this family. So going back to my internship experience, this was like a 3-week period, which came with working alongside your work buddy. So my work buddy was in the audit department. We got the chance to work side by side. I was working hands-on some audit work, and we also visited clients' premises. So it's good to have work buddies here, and Deloitte has invested a lot in this since they are a reference point to members and they guide you throughout and help you with any concerns you may have during this experience. Overall, there was not only the working part or experience part of the internship, but there was also some small exercises or games we got to have with our work buddies in order to create some kind of a bond, which made the internship even more fun. And what's more exciting is that all interns were assigned a case study. For me, it was the most challenging part of the internship and yet the most interesting, since we all had some hands-on experience in financial analysis. We got to look at the numbers in Excel. We discussed the numbers with friends by working in teams. So discussing the ideas, brainstorming, debating, made it a bit more interesting as a whole experience. And at the same time, we had to prepare a report and a presentation, which we had to present to a panel of professionals within Deloitte. For me, I couldn't really realize it at the moment, but now that I look back to it, that was basically the most useful and valuable experience throughout the internship, because it provides you with both the technical skill along with the soft skill required in the actual working life of a professional here at Deloitte. And I'm more than glad I had to experience that. So if I were to give you guys a bit of a tip of how to go along this internship, is basically grasp any opportunity to learn and develop, because that is very important to help you achieve your goals. and at the same time, it will shape you as a professional, which is very important in the professional world. Thank you for listening to my story. I will now pass on to Mr. Odysseas Christodoulou, CEO of Global Training.
Thank you, Carolina. Actually, obviously, I'm not Odysseas Christodoulou. We had a small issue with Nicolas Christodoulidis earlier with his sound. So I asked whether we can try again and see whether we can sort out the problem. Nicolas, let's try again. Unfortunately, we still have an issue with Nicolas. So let's go to Odysseas Christodoulou and see whether we can resolve this problem in the meantime.
Hello, everyone. I want to welcome and thank, first of all, our participants for joining this event. I'm Odysseas Christodoulou, CEO of Global Training. Global Training is a professional training organization associated with the University of Nicosia, which is specializing in financial services qualifications. We have presence in 3 countries, in Cyprus, Greece, and Romania, and we're the largest professional training organization in the Middle East and the Balkans. The program we are presenting today is maybe the best international program in accounting and finance in the world, given that it has 2 major elements. First of all, the internship scheme with Deloitte, and secondly, the unique collaboration between 2 famous universities, CASS Business School, University of London, and the University of Nicosia. There are numerous reasons why somebody should attend this program. I will give you 4 main reasons, which I believe constitute the cornerstone for the successful implementation of this academic program. First of all, this program is ideal for students pursuing a career in any field where financial accounting and/or finance are central elements, such as accounting, auditing, investment banking, and many more. The program is unique in that it maximizes the learning and career opportunities of students. A third reason is that it has an internship experience with Deloitte. It has an element which includes an internship experience with Deloitte, which will equip students with professional working skills. We are thus inviting today all students who want to aim high in their career to apply in order to join this unique program in September 2020. We have just started the process of discovering the leaders of tomorrow. Just apply. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Odysseas. Thank you all for giving us the insights of this particular program. It's very unfortunate we could not be connected with Nicolas. It's one of the things that if you go live, these are the problems that may appear. So I think now we can see whether we have any questions to deal with them.
Georgia, I can answer to question number 2.
Brilliant.
As far as we know, James Bond, yes, there will be face-to-face lessons during the 4th semester, the 1st semester at UNIC. Yes, as far as we know.
Okay, thank you, Petros. Now I have another question for Mr. Dirk here. The fees for this collaboration, and are they the same for UNIC? And what about the student loans in the UK?
Well, tough questions straight away. I can't really give you the answer which you were looking for, and that depends on the outcome of the Brexit negotiations. Now, we don't know the answer. The latest we've heard just a couple of weeks ago is that the UK government doesn't plan to make any exceptions for any European countries. So, in other words, European or students from European countries would be treated exactly the same as the rest of the world. But there's still lots more to come once they work out the details. At the moment, we haven't got any details, and particular access of the loan books. We don't know what's going to happen. And again, regarding the fees, nothing has been decided. What has been decided is that whenever students start the program, and this particular partnership students will start in Nicosia, whatever the fees are in the UK at that point, those are the fees which would apply 2 years later.
Thank you, Dirk. Now I have another question for Mr. Pantelidis here. If I'm studying law, can I still join the employability workshop? Can I still join this particular collaborations? And are there any positions for corporate law at Deloitte? I mean, I'm not sure if this will open for internships.
Yes, in regards to the employability workshops that were referred before, it is important to clarify that this will be part of the specific program, so are not accessible to any other students or potential individuals. In regards to opportunities in corporate law, yes, there are opportunities, and people can see the available vacancies at Deloitte at the respective career site and link of Deloitte main website. In regards to summer internship programs that are currently on hold, actually, because of COVID, we are planning, however, to reassess the situation, and there is a plan to organize a session at the end of July, beginning of August, and another session at the end of August, beginning of September. But this is subject to the situation with COVID, and people can refer any particular questions to the HR team of Deloitte.
Thank you, George. Now, I cannot see any other questions on my lines of questions, but I know that few people have come and addressed questions to me over the past, and they've seen the brochure, they've seen the entry criteria, the entry criteria in the brochures, as you may well know, it's 19 Apollitarian and AAA in the A-levels. And with this situation, with COVID and everything, it has, in fact, become a bit difficult this year in completing, as you know, your studies. So what I will say to everyone, in case anyone who are listening to us may have such a question, we are a bit more flexible this year in regards to this entry criteria. So what I would recommend is contact one of our team members here. And from there, we can consider case-by-case scenario and see whether you would be eligible, even though you missed it for a little bit, the particular entry criteria that you had. Now, I have to also reiterate that the entry criteria for this particular collaboration are quite stringent, as I mentioned. Reason being that the particular program is quite heavy loaded. There's internships, there's preparation for CASS, there's a lot happening. So you need to be very, let's say, comfortable and quite committed in what you're doing while you're on this course. And this is for this particular path. So starting with 2 years and the accounting degree in Cyprus and continuing with 2 years at CASS. It seems I have another question as well. Yeah, I think I just answered it, Alex. So basically you have mathematics until AS level, and then you're doing statistics. Again, please contact us. I don't think that should be a problem. It can still count Thomas, I don't know if Dirk as well, you can confirm that. I can see that you're nodding.
No, I think it looks quite strong. I mean, there's accountancy there, which is numerate, economics, and statistics. As you said, Georgia, I think we have to look at on a case-by-case basis. But to me, that looks certainly worth considering.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else, someone that you would like to add? One of the speakers would like to add before we close off this session? We're gonna give it another 5 minutes for some more questions, perhaps. I also have some students. Okay, sorry. Let's get this question from Stelios Keliaris, and then we'll. I'm gonna address another thing that I have on my mind. Was Mr. Odysseas, for someone that is already under a degree at UNIC, can credits be transferred to join this program?
This is for new students who are starting as from this September. We have a different process which relates primarily to students who want to join also the internship scheme with Deloitte. So I would suggest any student who might be interested to join the program to contact us for more information and any further clarifications. It is going to be really challenging for existing students to join the program unless they make the decision to start from the beginning. But I would suggest that they officially apply to the admissions department of the university, and we will provide you with any other information.
Okay. Thank you, Odysseas. I was also saying there are a few students, I've seen a couple of students who are interested to stay. It's a little bit different, but I want to mention it here. They are Russian-speaking students, and they're seeking, let's say, residency in Cyprus. So they were wondering whether by starting up on these 2 years accounting at UNIC, if for whatever reason they don't want later to continue with the CASS continuation, if they can continue with another 2 years at the accounting degree in Cyprus. Would that be an option, Petros?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So they can use, it's the same program basically, and they can continue with the 3 and 4.
Exactly. The program is exactly the same. What it changes is the route. But with the accounting degree, with the normal, say, route of our program, they have some other internship opportunities as well. And I'm talking about the current students that are in the accounting department.
Okay.
So the new route is for the new intake, for the newcomers.
Okay.
For the existing students, the route is a bit different, I would say.
Right. I have another question here. Are the Deloitte internships in London or Nicosia? So that would be for Mr. Pantelidis.
Yes, currently for this year and then the next 2 years, actually, as you most probably know, Deloitte in London has freeze any summer interns and Middle East as well, and some other parts of Europe have freeze any recruitment for summer interns. In regards to the future plan of Deloitte is to include the whole network. We'll be starting with 16 countries of Middle East, so people that will be joining the program will have the opportunity to work in the Middle East, including Dubai, Lebanon, and Jordan, and some other jurisdictions. The plan is to then expand it to cover UK as well. the main office of Deloitte in the UK, London, and of course the other offices in other towns as well. So the plan, yes, is to expand it to the Deloitte network, starting from Cyprus, then Middle East and UK, and then according to the capacity of the program, we will expand it to other countries as well.
Joshua, you are muted. Joshua, you are muted.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Petros. So I have another question here from Serge. I have an A-level maths, level 1, 2, 3, LCCI accounting and business AS. Will I be eligible for the program? May I ask Serge to contact us directly so we see specifically a full picture? After we finish this webinar, we're gonna upload a few more documents at the bottom, which would allow you to send your requests to us. So please feel free to send us more details, because an admission officer will have to look at them carefully to be able to assess each person's eligibility, because it's not the way you have it here, Serge, is not very clear cut. But as I said, there's always flexibility. So we'll need to take it step by step. Now, having said that, when for this particular collaboration, this particular path, let's say, I have to be clarifying here because of the 3 parties involved within the degree. So that's UNIC, that's CASS, and that's Deloitte. The way it is put together, so basically on the academic level, we will be assessing whether you have the right academic criteria. But then before you are admitted to this program, you will have an interview with Deloitte. So Deloitte will also look at your your CV and the application that you have put, because it is an integrated part. The internships are an integrated part of the particular program. And so it's a 2-step program. The academic plus the professional need to be aware of when you are applying for this degree. After being conditionally admitted, let's say, based on your academic criteria, joining this particular route will also have to go through Deloitte, through their interviews, because of the internship elements involved, because of the employability skills involved, and of course the potential for a graduate position on completion of this degree. And I have another question here. It seems admission criteria are the most popular. Besides Apollitarian and the 3 A levels, is baccalaureate also admitted? Yes, you have to. So Dirk, if you want to give us a little bit more about that.
Of course, absolutely. We always refer to A levels because that's what we're accustomed to, but it's always A levels or equivalent. And the baccalaureate is something which we absolutely accept. No worries about it.
Yeah, it's the or equivalent. So there are equivalents. It's just that in Cyprus, at least now that we are looking at Cyprus, when we were discussing with the Middle East for Lebanon and Jordan, where baccalaureate is quite popular, we were referring to the baccalaureate that most people take that route instead of the A levels. Indeed. Thank you for this question, Richard. Okay, anything else from our 6 speakers that you would like to add? Okay. Another thing that I wanted to add as well, I was going to say that earlier, and then I had a question dropping in. Basically, after closing of this session, we will have at the bottom of this the webinar, we'll have some useful links. You will have an FAQ uploaded, so many of your questions could be addressed there, so it will be helpful for you. We will have, like, say, an inquiry form uploaded, so that please contact us. Each of you who may be interested to find out more, contact us so you have someone from the admissions department addressing you. I will also have the PowerPoint that we have used today uploaded, and at the last slide of this PowerPoint, which we haven't shown today, but it will be on the last slide, we have the contact details of Debbie Ftanu, and Debbie Ftanu is the admission counselor for the accounting degree here at UNIC. So she would know a lot. She would be very specific, and she will be able to assist you with all these little details that are important, however, in dealing with whether you will be can be admissible, particular questions that you may have for this program. Okay,
so
I think.
Can I say a closing comment? I want to thank very much on behalf of Global Training and the University of Nicosia. If I may also include the University of Nicosia in my comment. I want to thank Deloitte and CASS Business School for this excellent collaboration. It has been almost more than 2.5 years of hard work. Particular thanks to our dear friend Dirk Nietzsche, Professor Dirk Nietzsche from CASS, who has embraced this idea, and we have worked together with George Bandelidis from Deloitte, who have traveled several times to the UK to make this happen. And we're really very proud and honored that we managed to present today to the students of Cyprus, Greece, in the region, Middle East, and the Gulf. It's worth mentioning that all the Deloitte firms in the region are participating in this program, this internship scheme offered by Deloitte. And we believe that it's a unique opportunity for students to join the program and gain this unique experience of studying an academic program, and at the same time having the chance to work in a professional firm, an international professional firm like Deloitte, one of the largest accounting auditing firms in the world. So thank you again all for listening. And I believe that the success of this program is already guaranteed, and we feel proud that we managed to launch it today.
Thank you, Odysseia. Thank you to all the speakers for being today. It was a pleasure seeing you all. Thank you for your time. I have just put on my screen, for anyone who might be interested, Debbie Ftanu's details. And as I said, it will be posted later. So anything you need, please do directly contact Debbie Ftanu. She will be more than happy to be giving you all the information that you may be requiring. Thank you all. I think that puts an end to our webinar today. We will be very happy, as I said, to speak to anyone who wants to find out more about this particular collaboration, because indeed, it's really worthwhile considering, as everything that we have heard today was things that will open up your career prospects and will surely be a very big milestone to starting off a very many opportunities ahead of you, and a career that will take you very high up in your endeavors. Okay, thank you very much. I think it's time to finish off. And we can close off the session now.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all.